Have you ever walked beside a shimmering rice paddy, the green shoots standing like a hopeful army against the sky? We often think of the sun, the water, the farmer's careful hand. But beneath the surface, hidden from our sight, there is another worker, a silent and tireless gardener. This gardener has no hands, no tools, yet it transforms the very earth into a rich, life-giving cradle for the rice. It is the humble earthworm, a creature so common we often overlook its profound importance. These wiggly wonders are the secret to the most lush, vibrant, and healthy rice fields, working day and night to cultivate the soil. In ways we are only just beginning to fully appreciate and understand. When we look at a field, our eyes are drawn to what grows above: stalks of rice, the birds that visit, the clouds reflected in the water. We rarely stop to imagine the world below our feet, a bustling city of tiny lives all contributing to the health of the whole. In this hidden world, the earthworm is king, a gentle ruler who presides over the transformation of decay into life. They are nature's alchemists, turning dead leaves, old roots into the black gold that nourishes new growth. It is a quiet revolution happening in the dark, a process so essential that without it, the soil would quickly become tired, compacted, and unable to support the very crops that feed us. Think of the earthworm not as a mere creature, but as a partner. For centuries, wise farmers have recognized their presence as a sign of good fortune, a promise of a bountiful harvest. They knew that where the worms thrived, the rice would thrive too. Imagine trying to plant a seed in hard, sun-baked clay. The delicate roots would struggle to push through, unable to find the air and water they need to grow. Now, imagine planting that same seed in soft, crumbly, and moist earth. It would sprout with ease, its roots spreading out into a welcoming home. This is the difference an earthworm makes. They are nature's own plows, the original tillers of the soil. As they move through the ground, they create a network of tunnels. Burrows appear as they loosen and aerate the earth. This constant movement prevents the soil from becoming compacted. Compaction is common in fields repeatedly flooded and walked upon. This tireless tilling action is a gift to the rice plants. The channels created by the worms act like tiny irrigation canals and ventilation shafts all in one. Water can penetrate deeper into the soil instead of running off, reaching the roots where it is needed most. Oxygen is crucial for healthy root respiration and nutrient absorption. A field without worms is often dense and suffocating for roots. A field full of them is like a sponge, holding water and air in balance. This natural plowing service is performed silently and continuously, without burning a single drop of fuel. Furthermore, the worms' movements help to mix the different layers of soil. They bring deeper, mineral-rich subsoil up to the surface and pull organic matter from the top layer down into the root zone. This constant churning ensures nutrients are evenly distributed throughout the soil profile. It is like a baker kneading dough, combining all the ingredients into a nourishing final product. Earthworms are the ultimate recyclers of the natural world. They are detritivores, which is a wonderful word that simply means they feast on dead organic material. In a rice paddy, this includes old rice straw left over from the previous harvest, decaying roots, fallen leaves, and the manure of animals. What we might see as waste, an earthworm sees as a delicious and nutritious meal. They pull this material down into their burrows, consuming it as they go. Their digestive system is a miniature composting factory, a biological marvel that transforms this rough, complex matter into something incredibly valuable for the plants. Inside the worm's gut, a powerful cocktail of enzymes, mucus, and beneficial microbes goes to work. This biological process breaks down the tough cellulose and lignin in the plant matter, unlocking the nutrients that were trapped within. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and a host of essential micronutrients are converted into simpler, water-soluble forms. This is a critical step because rice plants cannot absorb nutrients from raw organic matter. They need it to be digested first, made available in a form their roots can easily take up. The earthworm performs this service perfectly, acting as a bridge between the world of decay and the world of new growth. The world beneath the rice paddy, when filled with earthworms, is not a solid block of mud, but a complex and beautiful network of tunnels. This subterranean architecture is a masterpiece of natural engineering, creating a perfect habitat for rice roots to thrive. Each worm, as it burrows in search of food and moisture, leaves behind a semi-permanent tunnel. The walls of these burrows are coated with the worm's mucus, a sticky substance that helps to stabilize them, preventing them from collapsing. Over time, a healthy worm population creates a vast, interconnected web of these channels, transforming the soil from a dense solid into a porous, living sponge. This network of tunnels has a profound effect on water management in the paddy, which is absolutely critical for growing rice. During heavy rains and irrigation, the tunnels act as drainage channels, preventing the soil from becoming waterlogged and anaerobic. A condition that can suffocate and kill rice roots. Conversely, during drier periods, these same tunnels allow moisture to be held deeper in the soil profile, creating a reservoir that the plants can draw upon. This improved water infiltration and retention makes the entire system more resilient to floods and droughts. Beyond water and air, these tunnels serve as superhighways for the rice roots themselves. It is far easier for a delicate root tip to follow an existing channel than to force its way through compacted soil. Let us look more closely at the incredible gift the earthworm leaves behind: its castings. These are not simply digested soil, they are a biologically transformed substance, a potent natural fertilizer and soil conditioner all in one. When an earthworm consumes soil and organic matter, it grinds these materials into fine particles in its gizzard. This physical process increases the surface area of the material, making it more accessible to microbial action. Then, as it passes through the worm's intestine, it is mixed with beneficial enzymes and microbes, fundamentally altering its chemical structure. The resulting castings are pH neutral, making them ideal for nurturing young plants. The nutrient content of these castings is truly remarkable. As mentioned, they are significantly richer in key macronutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But what is most important is that these nutrients are in a form that is immediately available for plant uptake. The nitrogen is in the form of nitrates, phosphorus in soluble form, potassium in soluble form. This is like the difference between giving a baby a whole apple and giving them applesauce. The worm pre-digests the nutrients, making them easy for the delicate root systems of rice seedlings to consume and use for rapid, healthy growth. Beyond the primary nutrients, worm castings are also packed with essential micronutrients such as calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. The tireless hidden work of the earthworm produces results that are wonderfully visible above the ground. A farmer who cultivates a healthy worm population in their paddies will notice a clear difference in the rice plants. The first sign is in the early stages of growth. Seedlings in worm-rich soil tend to germinate more quickly and exhibit more vigorous growth. They appear a deeper shade of green, indicating good chlorophyll production and better nitrogen uptake. Their stems are thicker and sturdier, better able to withstand wind and rain. This strong start gives the plants a crucial advantage. As the season progresses, differences become even more pronounced. Nourished by nutrients from worm castings and supported by deep, extensive root systems, the plants grow taller and stronger. They compete better with weeds for sunlight and for nutrients and water. Farmers report greater resistance to pests and to diseases. Unstressed plants can activate natural defenses, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. That saves the farmer money and protects the local environment from harmful runoff. The ultimate goal is the harvest, and this is where the partnership with the earthworm pays dividends. How can a rice farmer or even a small-scale gardener encourage these wonderful creatures to make a home in their fields? The first and most important step is to create a welcoming environment. Earthworms are living beings with specific needs, and the most crucial of these is food. Instead of burning rice straw after a harvest or removing it from the field, it should be chopped up and spread across the surface of the soil. This layer of organic matter, or mulch, serves as a food source for the worms and a protective blanket that keeps the soil moist and cool, shielding them from the harsh sun. Another key practice is to reduce or eliminate the use of harsh chemical pesticides and fertilizers. Many synthetic chemicals are toxic to earthworms and the delicate microbial communities they depend on. When these substances are applied, they can devastate the worm population, undoing all the good work they have done. Instead, farmers can turn to natural alternatives like compost, animal manure, and other organic soil amendments. These feed the plants and provide a continuous feast for the earthworms, encouraging their population to grow and thrive. It is a shift in mindset from fighting nature to feeding it. For those starting a new garden or wanting to give their fields a boost, it is possible to introduce earthworms directly. This practice, known as vermicomposting, can be done on a large or small scale. A farmer can create a simple compost pile with organic waste and introduce a species of composting worm like the red wiggler. The story of the earthworm and the rice paddy is more than just a tale of good gardening. It is a powerful example of a larger truth, that the health of our planet and our own well-being are deeply intertwined with the health of the smallest creatures and the soil they inhabit. For too long, we have viewed agriculture as an industrial process, a battle to be won against nature with ever stronger chemicals and bigger machines. This approach has led to soil degradation, water pollution, and a loss of biodiversity. The humble earthworm offers us a different path, a path of cooperation and respect for natural systems. By choosing to farm with worms, we are choosing to build soil rather than deplete it. Healthy, living soil acts as a massive carbon sink. The organic matter that worms incorporate into the soil is rich in carbon, pulled from the atmosphere by the plants. By enriching our agricultural lands, we are actively helping to combat climate change, locking carbon safely in the ground where it belongs. This is a profound service that goes far beyond the boundaries of the rice paddy. Every farmer who nurtures their soil is a climate hero, contributing to the healing of our shared atmosphere. This partnership also fosters biodiversity. A field that is friendly to earthworms is also friendly to a vast array of other life forms. The rich soil supports a complex web of microbes, insects, and fungi. The cleaner water running off the fields protects aquatic life in nearby streams and rivers. Birds and other animals are attracted to the healthy ecosystem. Instead of a sterile monoculture, the rice paddy becomes a vibrant habitat, a small but important sanctuary for biodiversity. This richness of life creates a more resilient system, better able to adapt to future challenges. Ultimately, this story is about our relationship with the earth. It reminds us that we are not separate from nature, but a part of it. When we care for the soil, we are caring for ourselves, honoring the intricate, beautiful systems that sustain all life.